Well, good afternoon, everybody. It's great to see so many of you here today. First, I would like to speak right to our 41,000 BC teachers, our proud members of the BC Teachers Federation. Thank you. You've worked hard, you've persisted, and you've been courageous. And I know the last few months have been tough, but it was our collective effort that made today possible. You stood up for what you believed in and stood strong for your rights and for a better public education system. Be proud that your efforts made a real difference. You are my inspiration. Thank you. I also want to acknowledge all the emails that you sent Glenn, Terry, and I, to our whole executive, and to me personally. Your engagement is incredible, and I thank you for that. And I know I'm way behind in replying, so forgive me. I also want to thank the thousands of students, parents, and community groups who have stood with us and supported us all the way. Your support has helped teachers every single day. To those who have stopped me on the street to take the time to offer their encouragement and support for all our members and for our struggle, I want to thank them. It's really appreciated. The members of the BCTF are also very grateful to our sisters and brothers in the labor movement across British Columbia and Canada. Hassan Yousaf, the president of the Canadian Labour Congress, was on our lines and on the phone with me throughout the strike, as well as Jim Sinclair, president of the BC Federation of Labour, on the phone with us, speaking at most of our rallies. Thank you. And to the entire BC Federation of Labour for your amazing support and that you had our backs all the way. We can't thank you enough, and your members enough for that. And I also want to acknowledge our BCTF bargaining team and our staff who also worked so hard to make this happen. This afternoon, the BCTF Executive Committee met and is recommending that teachers vote yes to ratify this tentative agreement. The vote will take place on Thursday. It was a tough series of negotiations, but there are meaningful achievements in this deal for teachers and students. The tentative deal includes several hundred new teaching positions each year as a result of an annual education fund that will be used exclusively for bargaining unit members. A mutually agreed process to address any future court decision, as well as the removal of Article E80. A significant grievance remedy fund that will be used as a one-time payment to our members and improvements in elementary preparation time. Improvements in salary and extended health and dental benefits, fair pay for teachers teaching on call for every day that they work, and also no concessions. And finally, I want to thank everyone who was involved in helping us reach this negotiated settlement, from the BCTF and the employer. If this deal is ratified, I know teachers and students will be thrilled to be back in classes doing what they love doing, teaching and learning. Thank you.
How can there be no concessions in the 2021 budget for lunch?
Through this round of bargaining, there was a number of concessions on the bargaining table, and those were removed.
But I don't understand how it fits into, so the teachers didn't have to go down at all? Or how do you define a concession?
We defined a concession as articles put on the bargaining table that had the sole purpose of reducing our rights, as well as perhaps other arbitration victories as well as court victories. Yes. Well, the details of our negotiated settlement are going to our members. I know there's all sorts of things out there right now, but those details will be going to our members to talk about. Thank you.
Now, if we look at where we were in June and where we are now,
what was available in June and what we had to do to get where we're at now. And in terms of government, you know, it would have been great to be able to have had that deal at the end of June. That's what we strived for, but it was not possible then.
Does this solve the grievance issue?
It resolves a particular grievance remedy issue, yes.
So does that mean there's still grievance issues to be resolved? What I'm getting at is this court case coming up, right? The appeal that the government appeal. What more could the BCTF get out of that?
Well, we're at the Court of Appeal, and that's going to be in October, and there's going to be a ruling at some point in time. And for us, an important piece of this collective agreement was ensuring that there was going to be no negotiating away our court rights, as well as our current, the victory that we had on restoration, which is currently stayed because of the appeal, and any future court ruling. So that has been protected.
So what I'm getting at is what more can you get from the appeals court decision?
Well, the Supreme Court decision in January struck down for the second time illegal acts. Government violated our constitutional rights twice, and ordered, as a result of the bills 28, Bill 22 being unconstitutional, restored our provisions that were illegally stripped out of our collective agreements in 2002. They were restored in January, but they were stayed from being implemented. And now part of the appeal is to, government has sought a stay to deal with our victory. And if we're successful, then we will have the restoration of those provisions. And then we will deal with it at that time.